The waves have been great all the way through, and they're going to continue to pump all the way to the end. Quarterfinal heat number 4, featuring from the Philippines, Jomarie Ebueza, and from the USA, right down the road, K.Skvarna. This is a heat that I think a lot of people have been thinking about at the end of the day.
Especially here for the pier ball. But look at this juicy one. This is that big set, Cote.
Oh my goodness, one of the biggest waves we've seen ridden on the day. A massive nose ride. Are you kidding me? What a moment.
Wow.
So he gets pounded, but that freeze frame is going to be insane.
We were saying Kevin could be the one for that, but this high line, Nueva style, finds that 5, gets it, runs back to the tail, and look at the power in that whitewater, just blasting him. And he really put everything on the line, you know, straight off the bat in the first few minutes of the heat there. And that was a big, heavy, significant section. And the judges dropping a 4.83. So Skvarna...
Well, that's better than a cup of coffee right there. And Kevin right back to it. So you know he's feeling the energy right now. I mean, this is a guy that thrives in all types of conditions, on all types of boards. This is right in his wheelhouse. So backs up that opening explosion with just a nice and tidy backside wave.
Jomarie takes off.
Jomarie flying down the line on this left. Of course, the Philippines fan base on the beach. You can hear them going wild already. Jomarie, their final hope of a title here at the US Open in 2026, coming home to the Philippines. So some quality surfing here for Jomarie, just nice and steady.
He just looks like he's always ready to pounce, doesn't he?
Right.
He's just got that kind of agile stance where you know that whatever the wave section delivers, he's going to kind of balance and flow through it.
Off to one of his best results ever already here in the quarterfinals. This is a great looking wave.
Yeah, speedy, good setup, gets a nice Type 5 into a cutback on a kind of backup board because he broke his trusted board yesterday. He's still got the win, of course. And he's looking good through this inside section. Just staying compact here. Just has to kind of work for this reform, though. So, you know, perhaps lacking a little bit of kind of flow to really kind of just naturally link up to the inside on this occasion. But that's just a sign of his motivation, you know. He's extremely kind of poised and ready to pounce. You know, he really is hungry for a big result, you know. And this already is his best World Longboard Tour result last year out here in Huntington, the Lexus US Open. He got a 17th, losing to Ben Skinner in that elimination round. He got a 9th in Bells and a 17th in Abu Dhabi, losing to the eventual winner Edward Del Pero. So he's already surpassed his teammate J.Ebueza, so that's a big moment of pride for Jomarie. And the interesting thing is that
looks like we've got a paddle here. It's Ebueza now, headed to the right. Big wave, nice nose ride to start. Gets around a crunchy section. Looks like this one could have a pretty sizable reform on it. He's got his eyes down the line, banks it off the whitewater. Can advance through over Declan, and Tommy can get through. That's a classic California match right there. But of course, a lot of surfing yet to come. Here's a replay of what we just saw for Jomarie. Bravery in the face of a pretty gnarly looking wave.
Yeah, you could get a new model, the Bravery model. But I mean, that was a big overhead section, and he gets the 5, you know, walks back, knows there's not much more now, so kicks out.
The wave just had a little bit too much force. It was going to go all the way through to the sand, out the back. Skvarna. Wow! Oh! He is really living on the edge. Love to see it. Cool nose ride to kind of a down carve straighten out. So he's going to scan both ways to see if this one's going to reform. It's not. He's out too, so pretty similar waves to Ebueza and Skvarna. So your Lexus US Open of surfing.
Look at this is intense. Holds the 5, but look at the down carve. And look at the energy behind him and the way he just uses his Steve Bainey designed Infinity surfboard to just hang strong and tall, and riding out of that with a lot of composure and control. And he plenty of time to get it. You know, that's something that he can get. And he's having a look in here on a slingshot pier ball left.
Look at this. Left hand ripper. Big nose ride to start. Now he's just trying to control the speed. Gets the grab.
This is insane. Soul Arch Nueva style. Drops down. He's already got a good nose ride there. And at this point, knowing he's just going to go for the down carve, uses the rail grab, but there's a lot of bounce there. And had he just kind of like thrown in front of that kind of avalanche of Pacific foam, I feel as if that score would have been way stronger. But look at the nose ride. That's high commitment, risk, and just running back from the nose and dropping into this heavy overhead bowl section here with HB just looming in front of him. You know, you don't want to be shooting the pier at this moment. You want to be hanging on real tight, and it just kind of swallows him, and you wonder if his elasticity will allow him to stay on top. But
back into it, quarterfinal, heat number 4, trying to figure out who's going to be our next semifinalist. Will it be K.Skvarna, who is flying down the line on this left-hander? Big roundhouse. He fades to the right. The little foam climb there. So at the moment, Jomarie Ebueza is in the lead with a 5.9 and a 4.4. K.Skvarna right there in the mix, looking for a 5.43.
Real spread of scores, you know, some having it, some not, but average did. So he got the number of 5.43, nice opening 5, and then he just drives in that nice arcing turn there. And there was a lot of angle and coverage of the face of the wave, and then finishes off a little hit and cross steps forward, sees that there's no more reforms, kicks out. And I think the nose ride for him, it wasn't crazy dynamic compared to Jomarie's last one, but it's what he puts into this rail turn. This kind of brings it up into the mid-5s. Look, walks back and just drives it, but not only one angle, then hooks it back up high and then drives it back down low. And then he gets another little bottom turn and then just bounces, rebounds off the foam there. And it's that extra bit of kind of snaking, slicing, carving rail work, engaging that rail in that part of the ride that I think turned what could have been a 4 into what was nearly a 6. Am I going to say the wrong, you know, topic? You just got to kind of let them have their space. But here's a wave for Jomarie chasing a mid-4.
All right, Jomarie on a screamer, gets to the nose, going about 100 miles an hour towards the pier. Nice kind of carving cut back, big section in front of him, hits it.
Okay.
And he can ride out with it. He is pumped up, looking for a 4.43. I mean, that really has the feeling of above and beyond the score he's looking for.
He's got it. So now it's going to come down to seeing if Kevin is going to get himself in position in time and have the luck of a wave to get the score he needs. I don't think this is going to be a huge score, but it's, you know, I'd be very surprised if it's not going to put him up into first, and Kevin will need a big score. There's the nose ride, big wave, good cross-stepping, nice controlled footwork, arcs it back, and now just stays safe, but then strong, projecting over that floater there. So only chasing a 4.43.
Certainly not, Mitchell, from a broken board to trying to figure out what you're going to ride today and turning the heat in the final minutes. Jomarie, how have you found this calm, this energy to go as far as you have in the U.S. Open so far?
Yeah, so far this is my good result. This is my first time to be in the semifinals, and super happy and super stoked with the supporters here in this Filipino. And yeah, and super happy, and yeah.
What are you telling yourself in the water as you're waiting for the wave that you know you need?
Yeah, like I need like 4 something, so I need to wait some good waves. Then like last 3 minutes there's waves coming, so I need to get the wave, so I need to get some good score. Then I didn't know what's the score, so but thank you God for I'm so much to be in the semi. Yeah.
You did incredibly, and I know there's a huge crowd here to support you and so many more watching at home. What do you want to say to the Filipino fans back home?
Oh yeah, maraming salamat sa inyo lahat na sumusuporta, and yeah, let's go to semis, and thank you so much to Filipino supporters there, and to my family, my friends. Let's do this, and yeah.
See you in the semis.
Thank you. Woo!